So I finally posted my first YouTube video the other week, and I kind of felt compelled to do a follow-up video and kind of just talk about some of the insights that I've had, some of the things I sort of came up against, some of the things that I think are actually quite like useful to share. So here we are. I thought I would do a little video because I think we underestimate how hard it is, how many other skills that you need to kind of acquire to like make this successful, I guess, and to kind of connect with people. Firstly, and this is something that I guess can only be done by, getting your reps in, but I say a lot and like a lot. So he just did it then. Can't help myself. But I guess those are perimeters that I'm trying to put in place to kind of be like, right, see if I can get through without saying every 5 seconds, or limit myself to some, right? Because it's going to happen. It's such a common thing, I think. I've heard people refer to it as the millennial pause. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So yeah, there's a lot of skills required. And I think the only way that you can get better at that is to do it more, like anything else. So although it's my first video, I'm not proclaiming to be anything that I'm not. I'm a complete beginner, and I'm hoping that it resonates with other beginners, right? And I even found that on my first video, it didn't get brilliant views. And that's to be expected. I didn't expect it to like blow up, because I know that YouTube takes a while to kind of find your audience. It's going to take a while. Like, it's a brand new channel. I've got another channel which is like predominantly music stuff, which I don't think I mentioned in the first video, but yeah, I'm a musician predominantly, a songwriter and guitarist. So yeah, like a lot of it is actually similar, but I'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, I think we just have to do it through repetition. And yeah, I just want to kind of like touch on a few things. I haven't really planned this video, so it's going to be a bit more sketchy than the other one, because I did kind of plan out a little bit more of what I was going to say, but I just want to touch on a few things that really helped me sort of get started. So one thing, and people do this with music as well, there's a lot of parallels within this, which I'm actually finding out, which is great. But one thing that I think people feel like they need to publish straight away. I see it all the time with music. People feel like, oh, I finished a song, I'm going to publish it. And it's not really the best song in the world. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't really represent them truly. So I think it's really key to get your reps in, or don't feel the pressure to publish straight away. Someone I really look up to, actually, in the kind of like, I guess, personal branding space. They're kind of connected with music, and it's really fun. It's really cool. Like, that's what I love about social media, is that like people like chat to each other. Like so he's based in LA, and I was chatting to him, and I was kind of, because he's so good at like talking to camera and stuff, and like the way he kind of communicates stuff is really like unique and cool. And I was kind of asking him, and he was like, dude, just film yourself every day. Get your phone out, film yourself every day, but don't look at it. And like, obviously don't post it. It's to build that habit of getting used to it. And because what I was finding when I was filming myself in the earlier stages, you could hear it in my voice. It was like I was stressed, because, I wasn't used to it. I'd put it on, and I'd be like, there'd be all this pressure mounting up. So I think that's so key. And then, yeah, like I think I said earlier, like, it's just like everything. You just have to practice, and you have to do it more, and don't feel pressured to publish your first efforts. Because, like, the reason why I'm doing this video is like, that first video isn't like, I didn't just tip up and do that video and then publish it. I had done a few attempts, and like the whole thing has been kind of building up for about a year, because I've been planning what I'm talking about, and I've been kind of getting more confident, and I've been overthinking everything. So yeah, like, so with that in mind, I'll continue. So really key thing is making sure that you keep your setup simple. So part of my overthinking and over planning was like, oh, what camera do I need? What mic do I need? What this and that do I need? And it is, if you've got a camera phone, that's good enough, and just get like a mic. I've just got this DJI, can't even say it, DJI mic mini, which I might upgrade soon. I don't know if it's just me, but it seems to sound quite thin and like a bit trebly. Like, I don't know, I had to do some stuff in post on my other video. Luckily, I kind of know how to like kind of edit audio and stuff. I just EQ'd it and added a bit of compression because it just sounded like it was hurting my ears. And I know that people say that your audio needs to be a certain level in YouTube. So I'm trying to abide by those kind of like key things that people have been telling me. So yeah, keep your setup simple. I would say starting out, because there's so many things that you're thinking about. I think this is really important, by the way. Like there's so many things that you're thinking about, and I think people overlook that as well, right? So it's like, what you're thinking about the framing. Like, am I in the middle? You're thinking about, is the audio going to be clear? So you're testing that, and then you're thinking about what you're saying or doing as well. So there's so many variables that could go wrong. So you want to try and minimize them if possible. I've had so many things go wrong just with the simple setup. So imagine if it's even more elaborate. Like I did like a walk and talk thing on the beach, and it was like perfectly done, or I felt like it was perfectly done. And just because there was some really funny natural things that happened. And like, because I couldn't see, because it was so bright, I couldn't see like very well. When I got home to like sync the audio and just kind of maybe do a few little edits, I was like, the sun is like right behind my head and you can't really make out my face. So yeah, that was ruined. That was ruined in the bin, on to your next effort. So yeah, I think it's like, yeah, keep everything simple. And to tie on with that, I think always be prepared, right? So like I go for my daily walks or I'll go out and about, and I've started just making sure that I've got everything with me. So I've got like my little selfie stick thing like this, and I've got the little clip-on thing. I put it in my pocket with the receiver plugged into my phone and my mic. Because when I go for walks or I go out and about, that's when I get the ideas. That's when I probably get my best ideas, and where I'm feeling energized and like I'm feeling like, yes, let's go. And I'm like pumped to do it. So it's like, be ready. That's a really good point, I think. Because right, I've done it before, right, where I've gone out and I've been like, oh my God, the weather's perfect and I love the light. And I've got this idea, and then I'll go back and get my stuff, right? And then I'll go back out to do it and the vibe's gone. Again, a similar parallel with music, when you have to kind of do it in the moment. And this is with loads of stuff. I hear people talk about this with short form as well. It's like, if you have an idea, instead of writing it down in your plan document or whatever, like just do it there and then, because that's when you're going to be, that's when it's going to come across the most authentic, and when you're probably going to be most energized and buzzing about it. So that's really key. And this kind of like ties into the other thing. It's like, just have fun with it. Try and choose topics that you can talk about. Choose topics that you always talk about with friends and family. And if you don't notice it, just be like, what do I always talk about? And they'll be like, oh my God, mate, like you don't stop going on about, this musician or this painter or this filmmaker or whatever it is. Like, it's something that I touched on in my other video. It's like, ask people if you don't know certain questions about yourself, because sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's like we're too close to it. And if they're natural skills or they're things that are naturally gifted to us, we don't see it because it comes easy to us. It takes a few videos as well for like YouTube to figure out your audience. So don't be too like disheartened. Like, I kind of looked at my view count on the first one. I wasn't expecting to blow up, obviously, but it was like 40, I think it's like 45 views. And I was just like, oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping it would be like a few hundred at least. But also I kind of went, wow, 45 people have listened to that. Like, it's kind of cool. And people have commented, and it feels like it's good to know that I think there is a community there, a lot of beginner YouTubers, doing their thing. It's really cool, really inspiring to see. So yeah, I think that's cool. There's a bunch of other things as well, like audio wise, I think, yeah, like do a bit of research on that because it's really key to like have a clear picture and clear audio. Like that is like number one. So as long as you have that, and I think this is good enough, right? This is just like my phone, like a lot of natural light, and then just a mic. I think that's the key thing, right? As long as you can see and hear them, because essentially, you know, I know some people don't like this term, but it's your personal brand, it's you. So people want to see you and they want to hear you clearly from the offset, I feel. And it helps. I think it helps people resonate with what you're doing and what you're saying. Yeah, but it's been cool. It's going to be a long process. You know, I think I'm at peace with that. And I think that's what you've got to kind of realize as well, that it is going to be it's going to be a long game, a lot like music as well. It's funny how I'm just seeing all these parallels because like when you release music as well, right, whether you're aware of it or not, right, but like you go to your distributor, you upload the file, like the audio file, and then you wait for it to get the green light from the distributor, similar to when you upload your file to YouTube. Then you've got to add your artwork for this, you know, the single EP album, whatever it is, similar to, you know, you've got to upload your thumbnail. And then you've kind of got that bit of waiting time, which kind of builds up a bit of anticipation. And I'm like, oh my God, why am I doing this to myself? You know what I mean? I'm already doing it with music and now I'm doing it with video. But I'm doing it because I really want to. I'm really passionate about it. And I see the power in YouTube and building online. But yeah, I think those are the initial things I've learned. But I think just have fun with it. I think don't overplan. Don't overplan. Like the answers are in action. But just get clear on a few things. And you can even alternate those same things. If you notice a lot of people online, they will kind of maybe talk about the same 5 or 6 things and then they'll kind of dress it up in a different way. So don't feel like you need thousands of ideas. They will come to you as you do them. It's like almost like this, right? I just kind of did the video and I was like, yeah, like, I feel like I did kind of learn quite a bit or it made me think about things differently. Yeah, I thought I would post like a little completely off the cuff kind of response, not a response, sorry, but a reflection of the first attempt. Yeah, I've got some plans to do like some playing stuff as well as talking. I've got a new guitar recently, which I'm buzzing about. It's so great, but I want to change the pickups. So I'm going to do like a before and after kind of vibe, I think. And then there's more talking stuff like this, some performing things. I'm so sorry, some performing things. That was very vague. Johnny Vegas. No, some performance-based stuff. So I think I'm going to do that on another channel. Just because I feel like that might be really confusing because I think for like performance channels, like I feel like that's more entertainment in a different way. I feel like certain people like these videos or they don't. And it's the same with like some people go on YouTube because they just want to be entertained, whether it's like with comedy or with music or whatever. So yeah, that's my reflection. I think like, yeah, just like really try and prepare and be prepared as much as possible. I'm going to get a DJI Osmo Pocket, I think, because they're smaller and a bit easier to kind of take with you and kind of and do things on the fly. Because I think that is key, is to do things in the moment when you're inspired and not wait till the setup's right or the environment's right. You know what I mean? So yeah, best foot forward. That's what I say, and just get the wheels in motion. The answers come from action. So yeah, see you in the next video. I am planning away hilariously, but not too much, just enough. Yeah, choose wisely, guys.